Welcome to Wrestling Hill Talk. I'm your host, Heckin' Steve. We've got Brian, Will, Dr. Nick, aka Mr. America, Roger Elkins the second, Ben Bowman Tag Champ, and of course Shane Powers. How's everybody doing? I know it's
Good.
been 2 weeks.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Pretty
good.
Plenty of stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff went down in the last 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And we'll be jumping into that in just a second. We're going to try to stick to a 1 hour format tonight and see how well our drawn out asses can make that happen. But yeah, we just figure, less is more and get straight to the point. As everybody comes in here.
Right
What's
on.
up, man? Anyways, we took last week off because you guys went out to the convention. We'll jump into that in a little bit. But first up, Mr. Elkins here.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Thank
he
you.
was able to talk someone into being his wife, for the
Yeah, I
second
actually
time.
found one person in the world. It was shocking.
Nice.
Awesome, man.
I was waiting for the
Congratulations.
aliens.
Congratulations.
you got
And
lucky, man.
nice
Yeah.
headwear.
I got
got
very
lucky.
lucky. I got very lucky. Quick shout out too. The Mrs. is watching downstairs on YouTube. So love you, babe. Hope you enjoy it.
Awesome. Well, we do have some photos to share as well, so we'll be pulling those up in a minute.
Yeah, we do.
Michael says, Dr. Nick, one of his favorite things to do is get drunk and wear my Patriot mask. I think we need to start a tag team.
All right.
That's
Yeah.
I like it.
All right, let's go ahead. Because you guys had your honeymoon Disney World, right?
Yep, Disney World,
In Florida or California?
Florida.
Florida. So the good one. Okay. Spared no expense. And you sent some photos in, so we'll go ahead and we'll pull those up on the screen here.
Yeah, that's us at Epcot. Actually, I don't know if you guys can tell or not. We actually had bride and groom Mickey ears. On the back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Yeah, in the
Yep.
back we
That's
had them
cool.
engraved. We had them engraved with our names. So those
That's
should be
pretty
in a
cool.
box somewhere in a shadow box or something.
Now, Roger, were you doing a little drinking on this vacation, or?
No, actually, I didn't touch a drop. Actually, I'll tell you what, the butter beer they have there is freaking amazing.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. I think you actually showed a picture of that, but here's a nice shot of the bride and groom here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, very, very nice.
Oh yeah, she makes me look good.
I
Let's
have,
see
a
your.
quick,
I
I
love.
have a quick question. Quick question for the groom there. How does
Yes,
he know
sir.
the butterbeer was amazing if he didn't touch a drop?
Because it's actually not alcohol.
Yeah, no alcohol.
There's no alcohol in it. It's just called butter beer.
Yeah, it's a sweet Harry Potter drink.
Yep, correct.
Now, who is this fella right here?
Okay, so for our wedding, we didn't have the traditional flower girl. What we did is we had a beer guy. So that's
And
his, he's holding every one of those slots has a nice cold beer in it. So when he went down the ramp or whatever you call it, down to the groom and the
aisle.
the aisle. Thank you. So what he did is went down the aisle passing out beers to everybody.
Hey, I like that. Let's go, Brandon.
Hey, I'll
You're
tell you
over
what.
pretty
You
awesome.
should have invited old DT45, man.
Hell yeah.
I tried
So-
to send him an invite, but he didn't. It didn't. He got returned. So,
Making weddings great again, buddy.
I'm telling you. Well, that's the funny part. He has that one. Then he has another one that says exactly that. Make weddings great again. So he
So
was,
everybody,
he was double packed, and that was great. So this picture is kind of hilarious in a way, but caught me off guard. So that's my daughter walking down the aisle. She was the bridesmaid from a wife. She went into the house somehow. I'm not going to name how, but got my women's title belt and started walking down the aisle with it, wearing my sunglasses. And
That's cool.
it was a great thing, how the best man and the maid of honor do their speeches. That was the start of hers.
yeah.
So this we have a Jack Daniels football helmet, and we just asked everybody to sign it for kind of a keepsake that we thought would be pretty cool. So that's what that was.
Oh yeah, that is pretty cool.
And this is us. I believe it's at Disney.
It
Waiting
says
for the
Universal
parade.
right there.
Okay, so yeah, Universal. I'm sorry. We're about to see a parade there. But that was another fun part.
Well, your shirt says Hubs,
Yeah, it says Hubs, and hers says wife
wifey.
or whip. Yeah, wifey. She had
Wifey.
those. So she had 3 different shirts made. She had one for Galaxy's Edge. She had one for Harry Potter, and she had one for us before we even left. It said, "Look at me, all married and shit." So
Yeah, I was about to say that's the Harry Potter font right there. That's pretty
Yep.
cool. And then here's
then
that nice
there's the
shot of the
butterbeer.
butter.
with no alcohol in it, William.
Okay, all right.
Everybody else was drinking at this celebration.
Dude,
Oh,
but
he
not-
had
Well,
he had a beer man at his wedding, but didn't drink. That makes no sense.
no. Hold up now. I didn't say I didn't drink at the wedding. I said I didn't drink at the honeymoon.
Oh, okay. So you're getting past this with the technicalities here.
Exactly. For this one, I get extra credit.
There's
you-
the Make
there's the
America
beer
Drunk
guy.
Again.
Yep.
That's
love it.
great.
That is great.
It looks like that could be y'all's manager, Dr. Nick and Michael,
Heck yeah.
Admin Michael.
Hell, I'm
That
gonna
might-
get remarried. I'm gonna get remarried just to have a beer man at my wedding. That's great.
I was about to say this might be a full-time gig for this guy.
And so this picture, so my son and his wife just had a baby boy 3 weeks ago, I believe. And this is the first time getting to see him and hold him. And that's my son, me, Sky, and my dad. So you got 4 generations.
Yeah, and of course, this is your dad right here, and then I'm assuming this is your son right here.
Yeah, you got jokes.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's
Well-
my son, and then me, my dad, and I'm holding Scott. So.
Yeah, that's great, man. It looks like you had a really good, past 2 weeks, because I mean, it was pretty much the last 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, the up until it was okay up until 2 days before. One of my groomsmen backed out, so it made it a little bit stressful then. But we went through that, and then just had a couple of little minor things at the wedding. It went off, and then a day later, we were on a flight going to Disney World.
Heck yeah, man. What kind of reception did y'all have?
We actually had a nice, relaxed reception. Everybody was always asking, "Well, what's the attire? What's the attire?" It's like whatever you want to wear. I made the joke I was going to wear a Speedo thong backwards and flip flops.
Yeah, this guy right here in the back looks like he's mad that he had to wear a suit. You know what I'm saying?
Actually,
He's
that's
like,
my-
damn it. The men's
Actually,
warehouse said I'd like the way I look. I do not like the way I look.
That's actually my best man. I've known him. Side note on that, I've known him since I was 11. I believe we've been best friends since kids.
Oh, okay, cool.
He was my best man,
He's
and
sipping a lot of that blue drink right there. You know.
I'm not gonna ask what was in that blue drink. But yeah.
I think we got
Yeah, it was a great time. Fun was had by all.
one final here.
The bride looked beautiful, and even walking up the aisle after we were married, I made everybody take a picture and look at her and make sure you're not looking at me. 'Cause
Hell yeah, man.
let's be honest, guys. When you get married, it's the bride that everybody wants to look at, not the groom.
Oh, yeah.
That's
So
right.
that's really great, man. Congratulations. I'm happy
Thank
for
you.
you.
Thank you very
Congratulations.
much. Now get rid of these
Yeah, congrats.
everything.
You know, it's like I said on that last podcast before everything happened. You very much deserve it. We're all happy for you. So I think
Well-
that calls for a woo. So woo.
Woo!
It's been
Maybe
it's
turn
it's
on
been
some
a
air
long,
conditioning.
tough road. You know that saying when you get married in sickness and in health. I went through that COVID thing last year and died 5 times, and then had
Yeah.
a stroke. Every day she was there. Whatever I was going through, she was there with me. She's an amazing lady. I'm very lucky to have her.
Yeah, that's what matters. Yep. You better do whatever she tells you from now on, though.
Well, I'm a house husband. I do that anyway.
Well, there you go.
What's the belt say?
Hold on. It says team. So I had this specially made. I'm trying to remember. Calvin White gave me the idea because he had one done for his wedding. So it
That's
says
nice.
team Elk Dog because when I was in the hospital and getting out of the hospital and going through everything, everybody said it was Team Elk Dog from my friends in Discord to us, and it just fixed. So I put Team Elk Dog and 9/23/2023, which is the day we got married.
That's awesome, man. Is the Seahawks her favorite team?
Unfortunately,
Well, you know, you can love 90% of that belt, I guess.
I can love the belt. I just can't wait. We're actually going to go to the Dallas Seahawks game here, and I guess I'm gonna let her wear her Seahawks jersey, and I'm gonna wear my Cowboys jersey. We'll see how that plans out.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they let you in the building, unless it's a Cowboys game.
Yeah, it's a Cowboys game at Dallas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense because you live in Texas.
Yeah, I hope they let her in, but I'm certain.
You have to be like, look, we're trying to fix this. We're trying, but she still insists on the Seahawks for now.
She's still stubborn, but she's trying.
Who left? Brian. His phone died early today.
Phone died.
Jesus.
Someone in the comments asked, there's only 7. Where's everybody at? Kev's got family stuff going on at the moment. He might be in a little later. Brian's back. And then I believe Chuck's getting some overtime, so he's at work. Someone in the comments, they said something here. Couldn't agree more, with what they say. I don't know if you could read that, but it says F the Cowboys, fly Eagles fly.
Everybody is entitled to their own opinion.
Exactly. Even though it may be wrong, but everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Hey, I
No,
can't
not to the
say a
Seahawks.
thing. I've been a Bears fan for 30 years, so
Well, they had their good moments. They've had some good defense, but this year,
yeah.
going.
A lot of love for the Seahawks in the comments here. And then, we got Grooms in the house. Congratulations, Roger. Prayers for healthy and happy and long life and happy marriage. It has begun. Match made in heaven.
Now, wait a minute. Now we're getting a little aggressive with these comments. Did you see that last one? What in the world?
Oh, yeah. Fuck Bucks, too, for that matter. Why do we always end up on football? I do happen to have
Unfortunately, I started it out with the belt, so that's.
I feel like I just lost a great friend right there. That's terrible.
Who said it?
Ray Hall.
Of
Dang, Ray. It was a good run, man.
Yeah.
No, I don't mind the Bucks. It looks like Baker Mayfield actually find a place to play. But next, let's move into the convention. I know, at least 3 of you guys were at the convention, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll tell you what, you guys just take turns talking about your experience, and we'll go from there. So, Will, you go first, since
Well, let Benham go, and I'll wrap it up at the end and just kind of give my final thoughts, because I'm going to do a live, an actual review, because I've written everything out on the entire convention, because every show that I go to going forward, I'm going to do a complete review. So, Ben, what do you got from the show?
Overall, I mean, it was not a bad show. We're able to, finally meet Brian. So now officially, I think me and William, maybe Kev have met every single admin, which was awesome. As for the show wise, Saturday it was a cluster. They had like the card show downstairs, like it was like in an arena. So everything was down in the arena part. Then up at the top was where they had everybody sign stuff. So the thing is they had a short amount of time, anywhere from an hour to hour and a half, maybe up to 2 hours at that per person. They rushed them. They had a table trying to block it off. They're try to have it where VIPs go first. Then they do the numbers afterwards from 1 to wherever. basically, which we will probably talk about it. Basically, that first day, people could skip lines or just go in and out. And then a lot of people arguing. It was just a cluster on Saturday. Sunday was better. Was better prepared. But other than that, I had fun. I enjoyed it. Nashville is my favorite place as a city to go to. We had fun. We got to go see the George Jones, Tammy Wynette, where they're buried at their funeral or at the funeral home or cemetery. And then we got to do that. We got to take Brian downtown to Nashville just to see how Nashville is. I got to try some hot chicken.
I was going to ask you, did you get the Nashville hot chicken?
Did the Nashville hot chicken. And I actually, last time, the guys did the whiskey testing, and I partake this time and tried the slushies and enjoyed that one. But other than that, I had a good time.
So that's
So
what
you
you
had-
meant by. That's what you meant by I only drank slushies.
Yep.
So
I'll tell you what.
You didn't drink a beer.
No,
Nashville is
beer,
a
he had
beautiful
slushies.
place.
Nashville's a blast. I love going downtown.
I have an uncle
Nashville.
that lives there, and I go visit him once a year. I mean, it's just beautiful areas.
I'm
So
gonna
much
check that
history,
out. Then.
too.
We haven't gone.
Yeah.
Tennessee in general is pretty great. It's got nice house
I-
prices right now too.
I've got some stories coming too, so let's hear what Brian has to say, and then I got some stories about Nashville.
All right, Brian.
So speaking of hot chicken, though, it was pretty funny seeing William shut the cluck up. Anyway, Nashville was fun. It was my first time ever going to a convention. So, luckily I had William and Ben there with me. But that was the best thing that I encountered was spending time with those guys. Obviously talking to them, every day, and then finally meeting them was awesome. The convention itself, like Ben said, the first Saturday was just a clusterfuck. Again, people were huddled all around. We were getting yelled at by 14 different people. Speaking of skipping lines, I swear Ben had a VIP ticket for every single talent that he's seen, even though he didn't pay for a VIP ticket.
I had 13 the first day to get signed.
But that's what I'm saying. Like Ben was getting stuff signed for other people. I don't know how anyone could do it there because the way the times were, like you were so crunched for time. So, but kudos to Ben, kudos to William. I mean, they got everything that they needed done. But man,
Ben's
was
a
just-
superhero.
it was just tough. But the second day, obviously I met Ric Flair for the first time. That was awesome, even though he really didn't even know where he was. And then meeting Kane was awesome too. He's a very nice guy. The stuff I got done is phenomenal. But again, the more important thing is I got to meet William and Ben and spend time with them. So I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed Nashville. I wish I had another day to spend out there because driving through downtown and being downtown are two different things. So hopefully next time I go, we can experience downtown. But I enjoyed my experience. But I enjoyed my experience, and I enjoyed my experience being with Ben and William and his wife and Kev. So
Yeah,
it
for
was
sure,
fun.
man. I was gonna say, you go to these places for all the wrestling stuff, but like, you also got to have like that extra time for the actual place too.
Yeah.
Also, you're not in the kitchen anymore.
Well, no, because I'm down at Aaron's house, so I'm in a different spot today.
Oh, okay. You're at whose house?
I'm at Aaron's.
Oh, okay. We don't know Aaron, do we?
She's right here if you want to see her. No, never mind.
No, I don't need to see
She's
him.
camera shy.
I just didn't know who that was. You said it like we knew who Aaron was.
Aaron is a she.
Okay. That's cool. Are you sure?
Let me just say this. It's slippery when wet, okay? So
That's enough out of you. That's enough out of you.
And it's gone.
Well, it's good to see you upgraded from the kitchen to somewhere else. And I'm glad you had a good time meeting Ric Flair. Sound like a blast.
it was awesome. It was fun.
All right, Will, take us home, man, on the convention.
So I'll take you through Nashville first. So Friday, we're up in Nashville. We get there, Ben and I, Kev, Jess, we all go around town and, we're all doing the Nashville scene. And we go to the whiskey tasting. And honestly, I didn't expect Ben to drink at all, and I wanted him to drink, and I wanted to push him to drink even more, but I didn't expect him to drink at all. And so we started, you get the free shots to taste the whiskey, and we ended up with extra shots, and I bought everybody around the drinks too. They were, whiskey slushies, and it was pretty damn good. And I thought, well, I felt pretty good walking out of there. I bought a bottle and felt good walking out of there. And then we get into Ben's truck because Ben's driving.
Oh,
And
shit.
next thing I know, we're going like 85 miles an hour down the interstate after Ben just had 6 shots and a fucking
Look at that criminal right there.
a glass of vodka slushy, and I'm like, holy shit, are you all right? And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. And then he's halfway turned like this, talking to us in the back seat and Kev in the passenger seat at 85 miles an hour down the damn highway, and there's a truck stopped in front of us, and I'm like, brake. And he just keeps talking, and I'm like, truck, He turns around and fucking looks, and we're just barreling towards this truck, man. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I swear he's like, you know what? I got the insurance. It was $30 a day extra for the insurance, so we're good. So the whole rest of the
What the
trip,
hell?
the whole rest of the trip, we kept teasing him about. It's okay if you wreck. It's okay if you run somebody over. You got the $30 insurance, so it's cool, But that's a true story, 100% true story. If Kev Buckler was here, he could verify it. But then we roll into Saturday. We roll into the convention that morning. You had to get there early. They probably had, without hesitation, probably 1,500 people in line. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a stacked show. So we get there, and I'll tell you this: it was probably out of organization skills, probably no organization skills whatsoever. And we all had tickets, and it was just a bad deal. So me, Jess, and Brian went and got in Ric Flair's line. And we were the first ones in line. And some guy named Jason comes over and says, you guys got to get out of line. We got to put the VIPs here. And I said, okay, no problem. We'll line up right behind them. He said, oh, no. You got to go back over behind this barricade. Well, their barricade, what they considered was a barricade, was like 3 flat 8-foot folding tables. So
Oh, hell no.
who the hell is going to be barricaded by 3 8-foot tables, right? So we go and we're like, dude, that doesn't make any sense. We've been standing here waiting for Flair. We don't mind waiting until the VIP people go because we weren't able to get VIP. They were sold out. But we're not going to go stand in line over there and wait for 180 people to go in front of us or whatever the hell it was. And he was like, well, you can't stay here and you got to go back over there. So he was very nonchalant about it. And I began to do my diplomatic explaining of, look, we spent all this money, we've been standing here, I'm not trying to argue with you, but and as I told him, I said, we spent all this money, and he's like, so? I'm like,
Wow.
immediately at that point, I fucking just heated up quick. I mean, I heated up very, very quick. And I mean, have you guys in the live right now have seen me heat up? And I'm like, whoa. Don't be disrespectful to us. We're trying to figure something out here to get in line. He's like, I already told you what to do. Go stand over there behind the barricade. And then when you get called, you get called. And so at that point, I lost my temper. And it wasn't on purpose. It wasn't, intentional. But I ended up saying some really nasty stuff to this guy in front of about 1,000 people. And, it wasn't cool. I shouldn't have done it. But at the same time, he was so disrespectful to us that I felt like he needed to know exactly how I felt about him. And I will say for a moment that I kind of thought he was going to, tackle me, or I didn't know. It wasn't looking good for a minute. And then Jess was telling me to come on and, you're embarrassing me. And, it was one of them things, but I said some nasty, nasty shit to him in front of about 1,000 people, and a lot of people were laughing at the guy, and we spent a lot of money. I'm not gonna say how much we spent, man, but we spent a lot of money on Flair. So we move back, and we wait at the barricade, and we're over there, and the VIPs get done, and they start calling numbers. Well, people would just any random ticket just walked right up and got right in front of us. So here we were there first, me, Brian, and Jess, and people would just any random ticket, including Ben. And I'm not blaming Ben because he had to get signed too, but including Ben, whose number was like 100 numbers behind ours, could just walk up. They weren't checking numbers. So why the fuck have a number system and then not bother to check numbers? Nothing was roped off. There was 1,000+ people all in one big hurdle. If the fire marshal had come in, he would have shut the whole shit down. If there had been an emergency, in 2023, and I'm going to go out on a limb here, guys. So, don't bash me, but in 2023, there's a lot of active shooter shit, and there's a lot of training for that, and a lot of situations like we were in that day could have very easily ended up in something like that, because there's a lot of crazy ass people out there. And if there had been a situation like that, it would have been very easy for somebody to harm a lot of people, and we couldn't have got out because there was so many people grouped together, and it was just poor organization. So while I was giving this guy my advice of exactly how I felt about him, I was literally explaining in detail. You know how I am. I like to tell you why you're a fucking idiot and how you can fix being a fucking idiot. So
it's in our blood to be helpful.
Yeah, it is. It is like you're a fucking moron, but here's how you could not be a fucking moron tomorrow, kind of thing. So I explained to him what he could have done to prevent being an idiot again the next day, and I'll be damned. We walked in there on Sunday, and it was all fixed the way I told the guy it should have been set up in the first place. And if you think I'm bullshitting you, ask Ben or Brian, because they both said, holy shit, that's exactly what you told the guy yesterday. And he literally did what you told him. So I had the opportunity on Saturday, other than the Flair debacle, I had the opportunity to meet Ric Flair again. Wasn't looking good, looking really, really, really tired, really out of it. But I'll cover all that in a review. But anytime you meet Ric Flair, it's great to meet Rick. Met Dennis Rodman again. I've met Dennis Rodman before. Actually got some stuff signed and was really excited about that. And then I did a lot of shopping down on the card floor, where they did the big show with the merchandise. Did a lot of shopping there. Ran into some people that I knew, was excited about that, and met some new members and stuff. So roll into Sunday, more of the same, more meeting people, much more organized, much more peaceful day. Really, really just an overall good convention. Nashville overall, just a great, great time. So I really enjoyed it. I know these guys did too. I'm already looking forward to the next show.
That's awesome. Someone said, "Oh, look at Erin. She's cute. Concerned how slippery when wet, but to each their own." Brian.
Who said that? That's how you spell Aaron. Dick.
Oh yeah. And also we had breaking news on Tuesday or Monday.
Oh, what kind of dog is that?
As for the next show,
what kind of dog is
that?
Yeah, it's a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt. That dog is adorable.
Yeah, it's Aaron's puppy. His name's Dex.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that, Ben.
You're good. No,
here's Ben with the weather.
As for we breaking news, what William did on Monday or Tuesday, our next show will be WrestleCade in November. So if you're going to be in Winston-Salem for it's usually right there the weekend of Thanksgiving, we will be there. We'll have a table set up. No talent. We're not bringing a talent. We're just going to be there, have a merch table, and hope to see everybody there.
Is there
I might actually go to that one.
Are you guys going to the convention coming up in Kentucky? I think it is.
I am. Saturday.
Okay. I'll message you because I think Jimmy Hart's going to be there, correct?
Correct.
Okay, I'll message you about something. I'd like to send my retro. I'll send my retro to you if you can get it signed for me.
If you could get it here before Saturday.
Yeah, I think I could do that.
Okay.
Nick, was that the convention that the dude for the past couple of weeks was promoting in the comments, cutting promos on it? Is that a different
I'm not sure.
convention? Remember, there
I'm
was a
not
guy
sure.
trying to get you to go to this convention in Kentucky, right?
Oh yeah, I think that was it. Yeah,
And you're not going?
yeah. Well, I told him, I said it's just a rough time right now because uh just and once I get this disability stuff figured out, things will be a lot easier. I'm not doing real great health wise. It's hard for me to get around.
I feel you, man. And you got to get that mask off.
Yeah, man. So much America stuff to do, dude.
I tell you what, Dr. Nick, I love that freaking Kiss shirt you got on.
Oh, thank you.
That's badass.
That's sweet, man. Vintage. I like how the beard sticks out under the mask too. You got that cane thing going.
Yeah.
Hope to see everyone in Winston-Salem. Yeah, I hope to be there too, man. But I don't know, man. Thanksgiving's usually popping around my house.
Man, I'm telling you, it feels great to be back. I love being back on here with you guys.
Me too.
Oh hell yeah, dude! We took that week off, and then we're getting right into it, man. So, Will, was there anything else you needed to say about the convention, or?
No, I want to do a full review on the TRC page, and then possibly do a full review on YouTube because I want to get the message out, and I want to make sure that we start doing full reviews on these shows because we go to so many shows a year, and we're not telling people the facts of what they really should know and shouldn't know. Like for example, last thing I'll say is at this show, if you didn't bring something to get signed, they didn't have anything for you to get signed. Like they didn't have stuff at their tables to get signed. Literally,
Yeah.
you had to bring your own stuff. So, I mean, there's things that I need to make sure I'm telling everybody. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna review and put it on the top of the page in the group, and have a good time. So, I just
Post
wanted
it
to
on
make
YouTube
sure-
too.
Well, that's what I want to do. And I'll get with you about all that. But I want to start doing full reviews on every show we go to.
Absolutely, sounds good. Well, we got a couple of news articles, or not news articles, but just a couple of tidbits of news. First up, Edge joins AEW. So that was kind of a surprise, but not really because we live in the world of internet and ruining wrestling spoilers these days. But I think it'll be I think it'll be a good thing. Honestly, I think maybe he wants to finish out, like have a final match with Christian, and since Christian's over there, that's why he went over there. But does anybody else have any thoughts on Edge joining AEW?
I don't have anything bad to say, really. I think as much as it was really cool to see him have the match with Sheamus, and it doesn't belittle the match at all, he's going to be able to end his career the way he wants to. He's going to be able to wrestle his best friend, maybe wrestle some guys he's never wrestled before, and to be able to go out on his terms. I have no hate for it. I think it's great. I think that you're going to see a lot of new things of Edge that he wasn't able to do because WWE was so afraid that he'd get hurt again.
Yeah.
So I mean, all positive for me. It's all good. So
yeah, I think it's gonna be a great thing for just that that branch or that whatever you want to call it, competitor to WWE, whatever. I think not only is it going to be great for him to go out like he wants and do what he wants, and he's already fighting Luchasaurus next Tuesday. So Christian is basically Luchasaurus' manager.
Yeah. So they're
They-
jobbing out
they're gonna
Luchasaurus to Edge now, huh?
Yeah, they're gonna have that connection right there to see however they want to go with it. But I also think it's great for the talent. He can help some of the talent either by getting them over or by just teaching them and mentoring them backstage. I agree with Dr. Nick. I don't see anything negative about this move at all.
I would say their stock just went up, and if I was ever gonna tune in to an AEW TV show or event, now that Edge is there, I might actually would watch it. I'm really glad that he's there, and he should be an instant main eventer. This is like the equivalent of Bret Hart, who was
WCW.
just on top of WWF in '97, walking into WCW. And what they do with him now, what they do with Edge now, can really do two things. It can really impact his legacy in a positive way, or it can impact his legacy like TNA did to Kurt Angle, which just kind of, really took away from his legacy quite a bit. Same thing with Mick Foley. WWE, Mick Foley was larger than life, and then he goes to TNA and just kind of, looked terrible, and really hurt his legacy going to TNA, I think. So that's my thoughts. They have a big opportunity here.
Thing.
Go ahead.
My thing is we're overlooking at it too. You had a negative of CM Punk getting fired and leaving. That's a huge name. Then now they're able to regain a big name in Edge. So I think with the name, Edge, Adam Copeland, it's going to help them a lot now with that. And also where they lost Jade Cargill. So by losing kind of your two bigger names, you gained a big name from WWE.
Yeah, and one hit off of that, if I may. One hit off of that. There's rumors going around, and I'm just saying there are specifically rumors. I don't know if there's any truth to them. That CM Punk may come back to, I believe it's SummerSlam.
Survivor Series.
Survivor Series, thank you. In Chicago. So WWE isn't acknowledging it, so they're not saying no at all. But that's the rumor going around. Now back to what Will was saying about Edge being a main eventer. They had a media scrum last night after the pay-per-view. And Tony Khan basically said he's going to be there. He's not a half-time guy. He's a full-time guy, and he's going to be the top guy. So he will be in main events. He'll be in matches every week and on Saturdays. So, I mean, he wants that, and Tony Khan did. I don't think he was getting that WWE. Like,
you guys hear that background noise?
Yeah, I'm having a hard time hearing.
Somebody's got background noise or something on.
Let's see who it is.
Here, let me check.
He's gone. Oh.
I think it's actually Will.
What?
Yeah, because when I mute him, he goes all the way. Goes away.
Yeah, it's Will.
Darn you, Will. You got a fan near the phone or anything?
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably what it is then. The wind.
It's been on the whole time.
Yeah.
So I may be selfish about this, but AEW talent are able to do conventions, and as opposed to WWE, they go directly through Fitterman. I would love to meet Edge, and now that he's with AEW, I have more access to that.
I
met Christian, which was awesome. I would love to meet Edge.
I met Edge at a free signing, I guess you can call it, on Post back when I was in the military. It was awesome. Sit there and talk to you, and then, I mean...
is that for the tribute to the troops?
Yep.
Okay, that's cool.
I had him sign 2 of my belts, and just an awesome guy.
That's really cool. I've heard he's a really, really good guy. So
yeah, he's a great guy. Great guy.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, we'll see what happens.
You guys got me worried about Flair dying before I get to meet him.
Yeah, same here.
Well, hold on.
Kind of made me sad.
Hold on. We're not trying to say, Flair's dying anytime tomorrow or the next day, but 74 for a wrestler, and I swear I've seen him probably 10 times in the past 3 years, and every time I've seen him, he's aged 10 years every time I've seen him. So it's not about, we're saying he's going to die, but, here's the thing. 74 is old for a wrestler. He's had a really rough life. He still lives a really rough lifestyle. And all I'm saying is, and all we've been saying is, invest in Flair and don't be surprised the day you see TMZ pop up with that announcement. That's all we're saying. Trust me, I've said it 100 times. I don't fanboy out anymore for any of them anymore because I'm so used to seeing them all. But there's something about meeting Ric Flair that even I fanboy out a little bit over Ric Flair. So it's not something we're trying to push or promote or anything like that. It's just reality. It's unfortunate, but it's true.
Yeah.
Didn't you say, Will, that he fell asleep doing an autograph or meeting somebody?
So I'll cover that in my review. But yeah, so
Okay.
right in front of us, it appeared that while he was signing, the promoters were having him put the pin in his hand and put the item directly under the pin for him. And it appeared that maybe he fell asleep while he was signing the item in front of us, which is sad, I mean, who knows? Maybe he just took a really long pause with his eyes shut. I don't know what happened. But
I think for me, it's just hard for me to realize that as we all age, so does everybody else. And
Yeah.
for guys who are, heroes we watched on TV, it's hard to see them get that way. It's almost not reality.
Well, Ray Hall just made a comment. He aged 20 years when he had that health scare back in 2017, and that's absolutely right.
He did.
That
Oh,
health
yeah.
scare really aged him, and that's the thing. I mean, I don't want anybody ever think that we're slamming the guy or talking bad or anything like that. We're just being realistic on, actual health, and if you get the opportunity to meet him, go. I drove from Tampa to Nashville to see him again just because. You never know when you see him if it's going to be the last time.
He's always medicated on that booze. Or I guess that's gas.
One time for get my one belt signed. That's all I need.
Yeah. Well, in other news, for me, it's kind of sad news, but Heels, the show got canceled by Stars after the second season ended. Of course, the producer's looking for a new network to put that on. He plays the bad guy in that show, Charles Goalie. But
dude, you almost scared the shit out of me.
Why?
I thought you were going to tell me Fozzie died.
Me too. No, hell no. I would never do that.
I was
on
like,
a podcast.
I was like, damn, man.
And I would be extremely sad.
My stomach almost sank.
No, Heels.
I thought it was like. I'm sorry.
Hey, I thought the same thing. I was waiting for it.
The show Heels got canceled. Fozzie is fine, man. He's got a belly full of treats and food. I'm sure he'll make an appearance at some point. But now I'm hoping that Heels finds a new network to get on, maybe like Peacock, since they like to do all the wrestling stuff. Because it's a really great show, and I anybody that hasn't seen it definitely needs to check it out.
Hey Ben, is there any talks about the wrestlers doing a second season? Or was this just it?
I haven't heard anything about it, but I know they keep talking about it, and I know for all the talent that's part of it, the OVW, their bookings have been going through the roof, and right now they're the hottest thing. So you'll see a lot of them now at the convention. But as for
with the success of it, I can't imagine them not doing a second one.
Yeah.
I still need to watch that show. But let's go ahead. We're going to move into show and tell. It's going to be our final segment for tonight. That way we can kind of stick to our new hour format. And I'll go ahead and I'll go first. Now, I'm not going to show too much stuff, but I'm going to kind of go through it real quick. So this week I picked up some video games. Got SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 for the 360 and 2010. Then I got Showdown Legends of Wrestling for the PS2. I've never played this one, but I mean, look at all the legends in that game, and it's made by
I've played that. It's actually a really good game.
Yeah, I figured I'd give it a shot, man. I got it for a good price. And then this game, I've never played it, but it's really sweet. And that's Rage in the Cage for the Sega CD.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That is sweet.
I saw that bad boy, and I was like, I got to pick that up, man. It's got that nice foam
cool.
right there.
Yeah.
And then a couple figures. I ended up buying this one off of Will, a loose Mankind Superstars.
Right.
Because, everybody is addicted to the Superstars line now, thanks to Brian.
Yep.
But speaking of Brian gifted this to me from Chuck's sale because I've been looking for this one for a while, and he bought it for me. Nice guy. But I'm going to have to open this up, man.
Hell yeah.
Pull that out. But, yeah, we'll go ahead. That's all I got for show and tell this week. Will, do you want to go next?
Yeah. So, I mean, I showed one of my items last night. I'm going to show it again real quick and just talk about it. So, usually when you see this picture, it's extremely, extremely pixelated, but I was able to get it redone. Ben and I were able to get it redone. We both got one of these signed. This is when Ric Flair made his WWF debut in 1991. Of course, you can literally look at this picture and hear him screaming. The real world's champion is what you can hear him screaming. So, Ric Flair, 16 times, woo sign. 11 by 14 in the PC. Absolutely love it. Dennis Rodman, I told you guys, got to see Dennis again and got him to sign this from Bash of the Beach 97. Here he is, in the ring with Hogan for the main event against Lex Luger and the Giant. Got Dennis to sign it. Now I got to get Hogan to sign it. And there's another PC piece. And then really lucked up walking into a Target in Nashville. Was able to find the new Legend series. I left a bunch of
nice.
stuff, left the Triple H's on the peg because I didn't like the new Triple H, but a lot of people do. But I just personally care for it. But I love this Mr. Perfect figure. I love the Valentine and the DiBiase I haven't got yet, but hopefully by this coming weekend we'll have them. And you know how we have to do it here, so definitely got to rip this bad boy open because he's for my display. Mr. Perfect, absolutely love it. Good
Gorgeous
details, good details on the boots. Got the towel there for his hand. Can't
Perfect
wait
for
to,
encapsulating.
yeah, can't wait to start posing with this one and doing some different things. So, but that's really all for me for show and tell this week. I got a lot more stuff, but keeping it short and sweet, and that's what we're showing.
Absolutely. No, I don't have Hulk Hogan's main event for the 360 Connect. I didn't think to get that one. But also, you want to talk about goods that are soft. Look at those soft goods, man.
Those soft.
All right, next up we got Ben. What you got this week, man?
All right. Well, visiting, got to see Will. It's me and Kevin always say it's like Christmas morning because we get all kinds of stuff. But I did finally got my WCW magazines from Will. Love them. Got the Spotlight magazine with the poster on the inside. Love that. But from the event, I was able to meet my favorite baseball player of all time. Fanboyed out for him, talked to him, loved him. He's a Kentucky guy. Got David Justice sign right there. And of course, I had to get it in a Sharpie. I was afraid if I signed it in a paint marker to bleed through that print. So I got it signed there. And then I was able to talk to a buddy of mine who had the program, who was there in the area, got the program with the Nature Boy Ric Flair, and I had Ric Flair sign it. Like I said, that is a very rare WWF program. And that's kind of, well, I got a Spotlight as well, but that Flair magazine's a tough one to get.
That's Flair in the black butterfly robe too, isn't it?
Correct.
Oh man, that's a beautiful thing, man.
The good stuff.
The good, yeah.
I think that deserves a grunt, man. Yeah, there you go.
Get that grunt out there. Shane, what's up with you, man? What'd you get this week? I guess from the past 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. Got this little 2-belt Roman Reigns.
Oh, sweet. You actually take pop figures out of the box?
I do.
You animal.
I got this Shawn Michaels. His fist is a little beat up, but he's still pretty cool. This is Braun Strowman retro.
Excellent. I like that hat, by the way.
Thank you. Picked up the Drew McIntyre.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
I won the Charlotte, I believe from Michael Bure on a raffle. And then I got this signed Scarlett.
Nice.
Wow, she actually has a good signature.
Yeah. Got this from Chuck.
Hell yeah.
Got this Queen Miss Elizabeth.
Nice.
Excellent.
And then got a couple prints. This big ass one. This thing is huge.
What the heck's she doing in a mushroom world?
Yeah. That was the metallic that Ben was showing.
Yeah,
last
Ben
night.
had one last night.
It's from the Alice in Wonderland edit. It's from the Alice in Wonderland edit.
On the
Oh, okay.
main rows.
Sweet. Was that 16 by
Ooh.
20 or 11-14?
Very nice.
I think that one's 11 by 14. That Alexa is probably 16 by 20. It's huge. It's a Charlotte.
Nice.
That's good.
And then the
Photo file?
last piece, I found this at a local art show that I went to.
Oh, that's cool.
And I thought this was
Oh,
pretty
that's
cool,
awesome.
so I picked it up.
That's a unique piece right there for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Is that supposed to be a waffle on Mr. T's neck?
It kind of looks like it, don't it?
Yeah.
It looks like the aliens from They Live.
It almost looks He-Man
Yeah.
style.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they were facing Piper in that match. So, I mean, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
With the They Live reference. Which I saw that movie for the first time this year, and it's great. I don't care what anybody says. But, Dr. Nick, what'd you get this week?
He got a mask.
He got frozen.
Oh, yeah.
We'll come back to Dr. Nick. All right, Roger, what did you get, man?
Well, as everybody knows, and we've stated today, I got married. So
Yeah.
I was busy with something they call a wedding and then a honeymoon. I'm not sure. But I got this Rey Mysterio in purple.
Oh yeah.
And
That's
that's the
cool.
only thing. That's all I got. I'll have
That's
more next week with Mel Days.
You know, I got something for Rey Mysterio coming next week. So everybody's
Hey,
buying
what's
a lot
that?
of Rey stuff.
What is that? A side of a trailer or a dartboard?
You wish,
While
man.
you're bullshitting, I was just watching the Rise and Fall of WCW, and it showed when Kevin Nash darted him into the side of the trailer. I was like,
Oh yeah, he
do it
did.
again.
Oh yeah, he did. Right inside the trailer.
Blah. You didn't get a ring? Someone asked.
Oh yeah, I got one of those.
Look at that swag right there. You could call him Swagger McDaddy from now on.
Swagger McDaddy.
My friend, I don't know. I saw this meme a long time ago, and it was like some dude, and it said, "My friends call me Pepe, but my lovers call me Swagger McDaddy,"
Sure.
or something like that.
I'm gonna put that on my name next week.
All right, Dr. Nick, are you back with us, man? We had to skip.
Yeah. There we go.
You got some of that Kentucky internet, right? Or Indiana?
All right, we good? All right. So I don't have a bunch of stuff, but I got some good stuff. I got a few more of the list to get, but
You're still having issues, I think. We'll give it a minute. We'll let Brian go next,
Stupid
and then we'll
thing.
come back to you.
come on.
We'll come back to you last. All right, Brian, go ahead, take it away.
You're muted.
You're muted, Brian.
Shit, rookie mistake. All right, so I was obviously in Nashville with Kev and Ben and all them, so I got that signed by Kane.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Sweet.
Can you guys see the? Sorry for the glare.
Your first
Kane
pop.
pop. I love that blue, by the way. I also got this signed as well. Where the hell to go? Anyway, I'll come back to it. While I was in Nashville, I found some Legends figs, so I got Mr. Perfect.
Hey, man, everybody getting Kurt.
I took Triple H off the peg, so
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah,
But I
take
also
that,
got-
Will.
I also got Jimmy, or not Jimmy, Greg the Hammer Valentine.
I haven't found them yet around my targets.
Where's the fridge, Brian? That's
I
what
also got
somebody
this today
asked.
too.
Nice.
Oh, man, I want one of those.
So I
Me
got
too.
obviously you got Jimmy Uso, then you got Jay Uso.
Sweet. Is that that's from the 2-pack, right? Or did you
Correct.
get
Ringside Collectibles. I also got Randy Orton Ultimate.
Okay. Not bad, not bad.
And then I also got Rick Steiner as well.
There you
Oh,
go.
Oh, Rick Steiner.
And then I finally found this figure. I also got this Legends figure signed by Kane in the yellow.
Nice.
Awesome.
And then I got this from Lou. So thanks, Lou. Solo Sokoa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm picking up one from her too.
And then I bought this off William.
Nice.
If I ever see Adam Baum again, I'll have him sign this. That color just
Oh,
pops.
yeah.
And I got
Get
this
the
signed
confidence
in
behind
Nashville.
that, too.
William gifted me this, but I got this Ric Flair signed.
Woo!
Woo!
Awesome.
Woo.
Very good.
And then last but not least, I also received this too.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Thunder Lips.
Thunder lives in the flesh, baby.
That's all I have for show and tell. So
Spare no
Nice.
expense, man.
it's been a while.
Yeah, that's true. It was 2 weeks, so. All right, Nick, let's see if you're
All right, let's
working
try
here.
this again. Got Triple H.
Okay.
I forgot to show these the week before, but I got these. Jim Ross.
Oh, wow.
Good old
Yeah,
Jim.
Nice.
I got these from Ben, didn't I, Ben?
Yep.
Yeah, these are
Yep.
so awesome. I got this from a local card store, a autograph domino.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Wow.
I think I paid like $10 for it.
Coming
And
in
then
with
I
the
got
unique
these.
stuff.
Then I got these from William. I got the Pro Wrestling Illustrated with Stang.
It's
Stop.
stung.
And then I got another one with the Hulkster. And this one's really cool. It's got Bischoff and McMahon.
Oh, yeah.
And just a few more Lucy's. I busted these open. I couldn't wait. I did the reviews for them. But I got the Hogan, the Perfect, and I
gotta
got
get
the
that perfect.
Piper. The only one I need is Bigelow, Vader, and Captain Lou, and then I'll be all cut up with all of them.
Nice.
Hey, me and real quick story with me and Kev talking about those superstars. We actually got to see Kev open the superstars, and in my opinion, I have them all mocked. Those lines look great unopened. Open where you see the
Yeah.
soft goods, and also underneath they have the different outfits as well.
Yep.
And there's some of the outfits I like better without the soft goods on. But that
Yeah,
line right there, I recommend to open.
Under Mr. Perfect's, if you take the singlet off, it's got the black trunks, and you can have AWA Kurt Hennig.
Nice.
Yeah. Now the Bam Bam has like his soft goods with the flames, but then when you take it off, it looks like a fireball. It looks
Yep.
like what he wore in Japan, and that
Yeah.
one was pretty cool too. It's also the earthquake. The earthquake has where it says earthquake on it underneath as well, and that was probably my favorite version of that one in the blue.
Absolutely,
yeah.
man. Well, everybody had
Superstar
pretty decent
figure where it's at,
pickups
man.
this week.
Superstar.
Shout
figure
out
where
to
it's at.
everybody.
You
Yeah,
know,
I love the
you know
superstars,
those,
man.
you know those superstars look the absolute best when you get them graded and encapsulated too, man. Because I've seen quite a few of them now where people are getting them done, and holy crap, they look good.
Yeah, and also
Preser-
signed too.
Preserve the soft goods.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this Macho Man might be my favorite so far, man. It just glistens so well.
I
Hey,
agree.
We just hit our hour, Steven.
Yep, we are wrapping up. Does anybody have anything they need to say before
Thank
we
you.
Nope. Thank
Yep.
you for tuning in. I
Thank you.
appreciate
Yeah,
everybody.
Good to
Have a good
be
night.
back on here with you guys.
Tune in on
Yeah.
Tuesday night, 8:00 with the tag champs, Ben Bowman and myself, and next Wednesday night for the podcast as well. Thank you so much, TRC. Look forward to doing that complete review on Music City card show and collectibles, and a lot of stuff coming up really soon, guys. So stay tuned. Have a great night, everybody.